Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel, Sprinkle Sprinkle. All right, so Richtivities to attract providers. This is going to be a short, not too short, but a shorter video. But sorry y'all, my YouTube was open. Had a little echo. Okay, welcome everybody. Y'all hit the like button, subscribe if you're new. So get your pens and papers ready. If you don't know what Richtivities are, we're going to go through it. We're going to mention a few, and you can probably figure out more where you live. So, hey, good morning. We're going to be getting into the Richtivities to attract providers. Okay, so ladies, if you're wondering what to do and how to run into providers or men that are potential providers, what you're going to do is make a list of all the nice places and the Richtivities that you need to be doing in order to mingle and be in the vicinity of provider type men. Okay, so I got my pen, got my notepad. Y'all get one too, or y'all just remember this. Richtivities. These are activities that the wealthy and the rich participate in for leisure. Okay, so what are some Richtivities that you guys can name in the comments? I'll name some while you name some. So I would say Richtivities include fundraisers, galas. Okay, those are the more, ones where you can dress up. Okay. Different types of conventions that are, revolving around careers that make a lot of money, tech, oil, medical. Okay. These are the easy ones. The more social ones are going to be stuff like tennis, pickleball, golf, okay, boating, yachting, blah, 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 blah. And you can take lessons for all of these types of Richtivities and get near or in the vicinity of people that are actually playing and are already, good at these things. Another one is, private airports or learning how to fly. If you don't want to take that step and you don't want to learn how to fly, there are places online with groups of people that have private planes that fly, that take pilot lessons or flying lessons, and you can mingle and mix in those online groups and things like that. I know a lot of them are on Facebook, if y'all ever go back over there, or if y'all are already there. You may be able to find some elsewhere on different social media platforms as well. But a lot of these people are just regular, normal people. They just happen to have money. Okay. So if you put yourself in those environments, you're just going to be meeting normal, regular people that just have money. Okay. So you can also do things like private wine tastings or wine tasting events in the rich side of town. Now, usually couples go and do this. So you may get a few singles, or you may meet a few people there that may have friends, you know what I mean, that they can introduce you to. So definitely those types of things. I saw someone mention that. Thank you, Lily. Sprinkle, sprinkle. How are y'all this morning? Okay, Yolanda says the Kentucky Derby. Yeah, that comes around once a year. If you have, if you have the means to buy a cute hat, dress, and get to Kentucky, of course. All right, horse races. That depends on what city, because not all cities have a glamorous horse racing, arena. And if they do, sometimes it's a little scuzzy. So, if yours is nice, but definitely equestrian events. Equestrian events revolve around horses. So any type of equestrian events, polo matches, riding, You know what I mean? Stuff like that. Sometimes they have parties and galas at equestrian places just to raise money, fundraise, or just get people into wanting to get a horse. Okay. So equestrian events. And might I add, you need to have the proper wardrobe in order to attend these events. Okay. Look, I'm sorry, but you got to do your research before you just show up. Okay. We're going to stop here for a second and talk about wardrobe for Richtivities. People that have money, they dress for the event or the occasion or the activity that they are doing specifically. So if you're on a boat, you're going to have yachting or boating clothes. And a lot of places sell these. Just look them up online, whatever you're looking for. If you're not, if you're not familiar with things, just type in the activity and then put in clothes and see what pops up. Okay. And you'll understand, you'll get it. But you need to have the proper attire on or you will stick out like a sore thumb. Okay. Promise you. You cannot show up to certain events dressed inappropriately. You will look like you do not belong there. They're going to be like, who is this riffraff? Okay. So let's go down the list and name a few wardrobe choices. All right. Okay. I'm Carrie, I'll answer this later. I'm trying to get through this list. Thank you, ma'am. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So for fundraisers or galas, you're going to need a nice evening gown, something formal, something black tie. If it's not super formal, then you're going to need a cocktail dress, something that is timeless and not too tight, something that is not too trendy. Okay. So for galas and fundraisers and things like that, always have a cute little evening dress or cocktail dress available to just throw on. If you are invited at the last minute, or if if you have time to shop, make sure you get something nice, elegant, not super tight. Okay, there you go. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. And make sure your nails and hair and everything are also classy. The conventions. Okay, you want to bet the conventions are best if you dress, I would say, classy, sexy, or like business, like chic, or some people say office siren, because these are professionals in a professional environment. So you're going to want to be appropriate. Okay, so everything covered. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Focus on your hair, makeup, and your smile and your attitude, I guess. Okay. I'm saving questions for a while after I get through this. Okay. Now, for like sports, for tennis, pickleball, or golf, make sure you have the proper attire as well. Get you a little cute tennis skirt set. Get you a little cardigan if it's still cold. Get you the proper shoes. All white shoes are going to be your best bet. You can get them cheap or expensive. Doesn't matter. They have all different brands. Just type in shoes for pickleball or shoes for tennis and all the types that are, going to pop up for you. But I think white is the best option, or like maybe keep it simple with like 2 colors. Don't come in there with no Jordans. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Don't come up in there with no crazy neon colors. Keep it classy. Keep it chic. Okay. Like a little accent color is okay, but don't come in there looking crazy. And don't come there with shiny spandex. Okay. Keep everything classy. Now, like the equestrian events, it depends on what type of event it is. Whether it's like a polo match, you can pretty much wear something like casual but still classy, maybe a nice like summer dress or like a nice little pantsuit or jumpsuit with elegant styling that's not too hot, especially if it's outside. If you're going to go to some stuff like that. So you have to keep it classy when you're doing Richtivities, because literally people go to Richtivities. Rich people even go to Richtivities to meet other people in order to network, to grow their social circle, to climb a social circle, and to meet like-minded people or whatever, with similar interests. So If you want to be part of that, then you need to look the part. So definitely do your wardrobe upgrade before you start doing your Richtivities. Now, you can buy anything as long as you make it look classy, if it's on a budget, and then you can upgrade later. But you definitely need to be appropriate. That is the key word. You don't have to buy expensive clothes. You need to buy appropriate clothes. That's literally it. You can go to any store and come out with an appropriate outfit for a Richtivity if you are able to style something in a classy manner. That's literally it. Okay. Your makeup. Okay. So Richtivities don't require a face full of club makeup. Okay. Or going out for for a girls' night out in the club, dancing in whatever. That's not the type of makeup you're going to wear to Richtivities. You're going to tone it down a little bit and class it up a little bit. You're going to want to look elegant, not, you know, super over glammed up like you're, just trying to be seen in the club. Okay. So tone it down a notch. And this includes lashes. Now let's talk about lashes because some women need the lash lesson. Your lashes should not overpower your entire existence. I'm going to repeat that for some of y'all. Your lashes should not enter the room before you do. Now, I'm wearing lashes, but I cut them in half and just did the outsides because these were some very, doing too much lashes, in my opinion. There are more natural lashes that you can have, that you can have. Save the ratchet caterpillar lashes for whatever y'all be using them for. When you're going to Richtivities, very classy lashes. Your lashes should not overpower your entire existence. Okay, because I have seen those ladies, and you may be blind to your lashes, but if you've been wearing ratchet lashes for quite a while, go back and look at a picture of yourself before you had lashes, and then look at yourself in the mirror, because some people are lash blind and they don't understand that stuff looks very low class. Okay, there you go. So make sure your lashes are natural looking, or if you're going out for the evening or doing something a little bit extra, you can go a little bit more dramatic, but don't take it over the top. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. That's going to be a red flag that you don't belong. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Don't go in there with your nails chipped. Don't go in there with your nails needing to be done. Don't go in there with your nails looking crazy. Have something, classy, well kept, and manicured. It doesn't even matter if they're fake or not. Just make sure they're classy and manicured and well taken care of. That's literally it. Okay. No ratchetly long nails either. If they have to question how you wipe, do not wear them nails. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Anyway, if you don't know how to apply lashes, just put some mascara on and you're good to go, ma'am. Okay, I'm going to be answering questions after I get through this because I'm trying to get through this. All right, so more Richtivities, shall we? If you want to meet rich friends first that will introduce you to other rich people, maybe some guys in the future, take classes or something like that on the rich side of town so you can meet women that have money and will invite you to do things, because those women are always going to galas, charity events, Richtivities, and whatnot. They're going to invite you, okay, especially if they like you. So join classes or do something on the rich side of town when preferably in the daytime if you are able to, if not whenever you can. So There are different types of gyms and yoga, Pilates, pickleball lessons, like I said earlier. If you're into other things, they may have like a floral arranging class, you know, something simple, a little cooking class if you're into cooking, just something in the area that you can find to take a lesson or a class in. Definitely do that because a lot of people take those classes to meet people, okay, to socialize. So they're literally there to also learn, but also to socialize at the same time. So it's going to be easier to make friends with richer people, ladies included, doing lessons or classes on the rich side of town, and you're going to get more invites to different places. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. And also dress for the occasion because a lot of women are very judgy. When they see someone, they're going to make sure they're appropriate, they fit in, they're not offensive, they're not vulgar looking. You don't use a lot of swear words or curse words, okay? They may welcome you into their little friend group and invite you to all the good stuff, okay? So n- clean up your mouth, clean up your potty mouth, all right? Um, mhm. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Yeah, you gotta join things on the rich side of town. Get into a yoga or a Pilates class or a spinning class. Join a gym over there. Take a little floral arrangement class over there. Take a little cooking class over there. There's lots of different classes that women take over there. I don't know, whatever. Go find one. Look it up online. Get over there and attend. Okay, that's literally it. Um, you said you struggle with potty mouth. Okay. If you grew up cursing and using lots of bad language, understand that curse words are just words that you don't have to complete your sentence and put forth your meaning because you lack a vocabulary. So find another word that means whatever your curse word means, but use it, to upgrade your vocabulary. Use an intelligent word for whatever curse word you wanted to use, and it's automatically going to make you seem like you're more educated anyway. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said that's not true. Well, then curse away and see where you get. Okay. If y'all don't believe me, just curse away and see where you get. Okay. You said you're going to a whiskey tasting. Is that ratchet? Well, it depends on where you are. So, like if you live in the southern states, whiskey tastings and wine tastings go hand in hand, okay? If you live in the South, people love whiskey in the South. It's not something ratchet in the South if it's a good whiskey. So I live in Texas. Some people may live in Tennessee. Some people may do whiskey tastings or stuff like that versus wine tasting because that's where it originates. That's where it's like, very popular. Da 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 da. So attend, but remember, depending on the area that it's in, it's whether it's going to be ratchet or not. So if you're going to a whiskey tasting in a ratchet part of town, it may be a little ratchet. Go in the rich side of town, maybe a little bit extra more, extra bougie. So keep that in mind where it's at. If it's in a neutral part of town and you can't tell, you don't know, just show up looking classy. It's always better to look classy versus trashy. Okay. If it's trashy, you can always go in the bathroom and throw on some ratchet lashes and some different makeup and come back out. So you fit in. I don't know. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. I'm going to take a little break and answer these questions that came through, and then I'm getting back to it. Okay. Carrie asks, how to become a better liar. People say they can tell my face because okay, it's lying. All right. You need to study the body language of a liar. They have videos on how to tell all the time. Study that and then don't do it. All right, do the opposite. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay, Janelle, your sugar daddy has a wife, but takes care of me. How do I protect my mental health and not lose as a sugar baby? Okay, sugar daddy and sugar baby, not husband, not wife, not girlfriend, not boyfriend. Keep those words in your mind. Keep those labels in your mind. Okay? He's just there for funding. That's literally it. You can go get another one on the side and form a relationship with someone that's more available. Okay? Thank you, girl. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay, Lily baby. Shira is that girl. I worked in a nice area and I met a provider, and let's just say I'm no longer clocking in. And now a lady of leisure. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay, Lily baby, welcome to the club. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Get your soft life era on. Okay, Sarah, sprinkle, sprinkle. How to respond to a man you're seeing that says he trusts you, but you've been lying to him the entire time. When a man says that he trusts you, he knows you're lying. He's just hoping you'll stop. So the best thing you can do is create mixed lies with truth so he can't tell anyway. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. Okay. Okay, let's get back to the Richtivities now that we've answered those questions out of the way. All right. So do y'all have any questions about Richtivities? Like what's it okay to do? What's it okay to talk about? What things can I bring up when I'm talking to people? You never ask, okay, here's when you're doing Richtivities, you never ask people how much money they make. I know I gotta explain this to some people because they just don't know. You never ask how much money someone makes. You never ask them where they live. They'll volunteer that information. You know, you don't act super impressed with their wealth or their money, or you're going to look like you don't belong. Okay. Act impressed with their ideas, their skill set, if they, show them to you, or whatever story or whatever they're telling you. You don't treat them like they're better than you. You treat them like they're equal to you. Okay. Because if you're doing this, red flags are going to start popping up all over the place. Okay. Okay. Women, especially that are, trying to blend in and get over to the Richtivities and meet people, y'all have to remember certain styles, I don't even want to get into it because so many people are so sensitive. But certain things don't fly over as smoothly as other things. That's all I'm going to say as far as looks. Okay. So be very aware and maybe go do a little people watching before you attend any type of Richtivities. Maybe go do a little people watching in your area. Because, like I said, every area is different, and see what everyone is doing. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Yes, Saya says, can Richtivities make you money? Yes, because you're going to be meeting people that have money. And when you meet people that have money, they always want to make money and they always want to include and do different types of things. So if you have your own business or if you have a special skill set and you just happen to mention it, they're going to be like, oh, well, I'm hosting in this event. Why don't you bring your stuff? Or, oh, well, I've been looking for something, because they're always doing stuff. So yes, you can make money off of Richtivities if you have a business or a skill set. If you don't, maybe you can get investment tips. If you're talking to certain people, maybe you can get certain opportunities or companies that they're looking for investors in, and you can get a little cut or piece of it. Just make sure it's not no scam, or you can get connections and those sort of things for clients if you are doing something like that. Thank you. You said, what? My eyeshadow is pretty. Thank you, ma'am. I use my Tom Ford. It's just by Tom Ford. And I forgot the name of it. It's in my bathroom. I totally forgot the name of it. But it should be linked in my description bar for beauty products that I like. It might be on there. I'm not sure though. Okay. Just go scroll through it. You said Harvard Business has a free course you can take. You can also attend a lot of free classes online for many Ivy League universities. Okay. Oh, and that brings me to the next one. The next Richtivity. During the fall, during football season, if you can attend an Ivy League football game, sit in the little bleachers with your little go team, your little, little sweatshirt on. They have these like events where like they tailgate and they have like this whole thing about it. So if you want to meet Ivy League alumni and you don't want to go to Ivy League college, get to those football games, okay? Sprinkle, sprinkle. So I'm going to add that to the list. Ivy League football games and tailgating. If you live near one, great. And you don't have to super dress up for this. You can be comfortable, but you just got to look classy. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to be, yeah, whatever age I don't know what the age limit is. I'm sure any age can get into a football game, right? So you have this whole football, game. You have about 4 hours, or maybe I don't know how long maybe lasted in college. But you got all the vendors. You can go walk around. You can go get your little, go team go merch, and you'll just be mingling with all these alumni from Ivy League. They rich, baby. Some of it's old money too. Get in there, baby. If you live in a town where there's skiing, see, I'm from the South. We ain't got no snow, barely, hardly, maybe like once every 5 years. But if you live in a snowy town where people go to ski, where there's lots of resorts and stuff like that, you can go to some of those. Drink you some hot chocolate when it's still cold and stuff like that. Get your little ski suit and go prance around. You know what I'm saying? Those, okay, ski lodges, ski places, whatever. Even the shopping areas around the ski lodges and the places are going to be also good, or the restaurants. Like you don't want to go straight there. Just go hang out over there somewhere. Okay. You said, yeah, where? Go over there. Get your little outfits together. Remember, you gotta be appropriate. Now, more Richtivities. All right, so I cut my own hair because I'm too lazy to go to the salon, and I think people will mess up my hair because they always have anyway. And I'd rather mess it up myself and blame it on me than blame it on them. Okay, but I have been to a few salons in nice areas, and they're very nice. I've been to a head spa, very luxurious. That wasn't a salon. I left worse looking than when I came in because they didn't know how to do my hair. But um, different spas, different salons, and different like things like that is where you can also meet other ladies for networking and invites to other Richtivities. So the spas in the rich areas of town and the salons, darling. Because when people are at salons, everyone is spilling tea left and right, or they're just talking about whatever, and they're just mentioning whatever. And so you're in there for a pretty good amount of time. So people are talking. Another place to socialize, mingle, especially if it's on the rich, nice side of town. And you're going to be meeting other people and da da da. Okay. So, if you can practice your self-care as well, that may count as a Richtivity depending on the salon or the spa that you go to. Okay. Seriously. Okay. Your hair looks amazing. Thank you, ma'am. I may go get it. I may go to a salon and see because like there is one person that I think that may be able to do my hair. They did my hair for a photo shoot and it turned out really good. So I may go back, but they're super busy and booked and traveling because they're really, really good at what they do. And when they're in town, I may try to get in. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay, so Let me go back and talk. Okay, so we have the spa and the salon as Richtivities to meet rich lady friends. Okay, remember, you're not just freestyling to meet men. You're freestyling to meet anybody because they can introduce you to men. Okay, don't just look like you're out there after men because that looks really desperate and it gives off desperate energy. You're gonna be out there for yourself. Okay. Uh, you said go to a Dominican hair salon. Girl, ain't none over here. I'm trying to stay close to home. If I can find one where I am, I'll head over there. I'll look one up. Thanks for the tip. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Don't ask me any ratchet troll questions, baby. We're talking about Richtivities today. Okay. Someone says bring business cards. Okay, so let's talk about business cards when it comes to networking or Richtivities. Okay, so if you have a business card, make sure they ask you for it. Don't just hand it out. All right. All right. This is one of the things that I do not like when women do. I am so sorry. It may not be politically correct, but I don't like when women just start handing out cards. It's very masculine, in my opinion. Unless you're at a business networking event and that's what you are there for, do not be handing out cards. Let them ask you. Okay? Please. Because it's very rude. It looks like you're just there to get their money, to get their business, to network, and you're not there for the same reason that they are, unless it is a networking event. So have some handy. Act like you're surprised when they ask you, oh, well, let me see if I have some. I may not have brought any. And then look, scramble through your purse for a second and then, oh, here's one. You know, don't be walking around with them in your hand. Okay. So, anyway, sprinkle, sprinkle. Please speak on wearing multiple piercing. Um, Dress for the lifestyle that you want. That's what I'm always going to tell you. I have to be very careful because a lot of people live in different places and they're from different cultures. And if you're at a certain type of party in another culture, in another place, whatever you have on may be appropriate, may look high class, but in other areas, it may not be seen as high class. So it's always going to be where you are that's going to deem what is considered, you know, classy and what is not. So I'm not where I'm from. I'm just going to say, you know, there are certain things that are seen as classy and certain things that are not seen as classy. So depending on where you live and where you're from, what's considered to be classy, wear it. That's all I'm saying. Okay. The internet literally reflects a lot of how society views us. Literally. So if you want to know what a classy hairstyle looks like, just type in classy hairstyle and see what pops up. If you want to know what classy makeup looks like, type it up online and see what pops up. Okay. And I'm not saying it's correct or incorrect. I'm just saying this is how society views it, not what is and what isn't. You have to understand the perspective, the judgment. It's very collective in a society. So, depending on where you live, you know what that is. All right. Use your brain. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle, or wear what you want and do what you want. Sometimes it's all about your attitude and your presence. Okay. All right. I'm not going to be getting into different clothing types. Just wear what looks classy to you. Okay. Now, another Richtivity. Okay, another thing. Hair color. Let's get into hair color. Choose a natural hair color that actually is able to grow out of someone's head. All right. Anything that's not a natural hair color, don't do it. Don't do it. All right. I think that's obvious. Only natural hair colors, which means any color that occurs naturally on people. So no pinks, no blues, no orange, unless you're ginger. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you. Y'all, I got my new desk. That's why the lighting is a little wonky because I haven't fixed my lighting situation yet. But I finally got my new desk in, and it's way bigger than my other one, and it's bigger than I thought it was. So it's taking up way more room than I thought it was. So that's why we're at a different angle. Okay. Let's see. Let's talk about phone cases. Okay, because look at my phone case. This is not very classy if I'm going to somewhere like a Richtivity or whatever. It's cute, but I have different phone cases for different outfits. So today I'm wearing creams and whites. I should have something neutral or similar, or just a plain case because it's clashy, right? So I'm probably going to change this out if you know. So your phone case can't be dirty, can't be gross, can't be nasty. Do not have no cracked phone either. If you're going to pull out your phone to exchange information, please let your screen be clean and uncracked, because that is a sign of brokenness as well. Okay. Because some people need to know. Some people just don't know. And I don't know if I have to say this, but I do. Don't pull out your phone if it's cracked. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. Keep that thing away. Keep it in your pocket. Keep it in your purse. Do not pull it out if it is cracked. And your screensaver, make sure it's not crazy or vulgar. Okay. And your ringtone. I got to say this because some people just don't know. Make sure your ringtone is not vulgar either, whatever it is, or ratchet. There you go. Because some people it may slip their mind and they may not realize, and they're like, oh my gosh, I forgot to change my ringtone, or my screensaver, my background. Okay, so make sure you're very conscious of that as well, because people will judge you for any little thing. They see something ratchet on your phone, they see a big booty on your phone, or some gold teeth or something, or a picture of you bent over with your booty showing. At the club, I don't know what you got in there. But make sure it's classy, or just, have an alternate screen for when you're doing Richtivities. Thank you. Okay, someone says, keep your phone on vibrate or silent. Okay, yes. You said right, switch it from Kendrick Lamar. Y'all are silly. Just change it to something like some classical music or just a regular old ringtone, okay? You said, are corsets considered classy if you're going to a party where there's a costume? If you're costuming it up, if you're going to a ball or a costume party, yes, you can wear that. If it's like a corset top but not like full on corset, I would say like if you can wear like a blazer over it with some, whatever under it. If you could accessorize it and style it correctly and it's not ratchet looking, it could be. You said Kendrick Lamar is not ratchet. He is not ratchet. You are correct. But as a ringtone at a polo match, it's not going to go well. Okay. All right. Y'all have to understand it's about the context of the situation, not the actual thing. Just like Some things may not be considered ratchet unless it's in a certain environment or in a certain situation. Okay, y'all got to use common sense. I don't understand why people don't understand this, but sometimes you just got to use common sense. This is another thing that people will clock right away if they call it uncultured. If you're uncultured, you're not going to understand that. And this is what people will clock. Okay, if you don't understand that certain things aren't appropriate for certain places, then you're uncultured. There you go. So understand. Mhm. Thoughts on cigar lounges. Ratchet people hang there. Only for ratchet. Look, if you're a woman, why are you in a cigar lounge? Are you an escort? Are you a stripper? Are you there on a date? Did a man bring you there on a date? Would he bring a classy lady to a cigar lounge to get all her hair smoky on a date? No. Only desperate women hang out in cigar lounges. When they first came about, when they first started getting popular, people wanted to know what the hype was. But after that, it just became a place of ratchets, strippers, and escorts that hang out there. Okay, so don't do that. You're too classy for that. Unless you're not, then go have fun. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. I'm just saying, we are on different levels sometimes. If that's the classiest place you can get, if that's the richtivity that you have in your mind, then go for it. But I was trying to help y'all get to the next level. Okay? Sprinkle, sprinkle. Even a wine tasting or a wine bar is going to be better than a cigar lounge. Okay? A boat show, even a car show, not no ratchet car, not no ratchet car show, but a classic car show or a luxury vehicle car show is better than a cigar lounge. And sometimes you got to wake up early for those because those happen early in the morning. Okay. You said, tell them, Shira. Yeah. Okay. If if you're very young, let me get into this because a lot of young people feel awkward around, you know, certain environments. Then opt for the more sporty and youthful Richtivities. Okay. For you youngsters. The more sporty, youthful Richtivities are going to include tennis, pickleball, and different classes like you can take at the gym. There are even lounges and clubs now, like for pickleball, where they have live music, they have drinks, they have like foods, and you wait for or you watch other people play pickleball and you drink wine. So if you're young and you still like the club and the bar scene, but you want to go where the money is and not where the ratchets are, go to like a little pickleball social club. Go to like a little social event, social clubs or whatever. You can wear your cute little tennis outfit or your pickleball outfit. Hear some live music, have a few drinks, watch people play pickleball, compliment on that man on his swing. I don't know. Okay. So for the younger ones, y'all are going to want to do more stuff like that. And those things take place during the daytime, not at night, mostly. We got to get up early. Okay. Um, if you go to brunch at certain areas, if you go with one or two people instead of a group, you're going to sit at the bar area because there's a lot of like men there. It has to be in a rich area though. If there's a lot of guys there that are also, getting something to eat and drink that are, looking for ladies and stuff like that. A lot of old money rich men sit at bars, at brunch spots in the rich side of town. Go there. Okay. Look cute, go there. Those types of things. So someone says golf. Yeah, if you are into golf, go ahead. Take a golf lesson. Even if you are, young, they have different golf lessons, different budgets, or whatever. Okay. But make sure you're dressed accordingly and appropriately. Okay. Thoughts on rooftop lounges at hotels because Nashville. Okay. So if your hotel hosts a brunch or like some type of party every weekend, because there's hotels that do that. Those are like social places where people go to brunch or people go to have drinks. That's fine, but don't sit in a hotel lobby on a random night, okay? Because that's escorting. Nothing against escorts, but if that's not why you're there, then that's what's going to look like you're there for, okay? Top golf is a good time if you go during the weekdays, not the weekend, okay? Go during business hours where most people are at work, and that's going to be where you're going to meet more providers and the richer people that don't have to go clock in nowhere, okay? And sometimes Top Golf even hosts like outings or team building events for different companies as well. So you might find some businessmen out there sometimes. But most of the time, you're just going to find people out there that don't have to work or clock in. And I've seen a few people, a few girls dressed up really cute in their little tennis outfits or their little golf outfits out there, at Top Golf. They knew what they were doing. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. Because, yeah, they knew exactly what they were doing because they looked like it. They were dressed. They were cute. Their makeup was done. Their hair was done. They looked like they were looking for sugar daddies, and I'm sure they found one. Okay. Can you list? Okay. Watch the beginning of the video, and I'll go over it towards the end. I'll relist them again. Okay, Alicia, Sprinkle Sprinkle, took your advice, bought 2 businesses with providers' money. Networking with males and females was key. Now the Richtivities find me. Thank you, Shira. Yes, ma'am. Yes, Richtivities will find you if you mingle, if you have businesses, and people will definitely want to promote you and do things with you and all that kind of stuff, because that's what rich people like to do, get more money. Okay. Men will marry anything. You are correct. So, like I said, if you're not going for the vibe of escort, then don't be in the places where they be. If you are, then more power to you. You know what I'm saying? Sprinkle, sprinkle. Because some women don't know and they don't want to be confused. Because some women some women are insulted when a man says, what he would say to an escort. So I'm just helping the women out to know the difference. Because some women don't know. Okay, they may just be blindsided one day. It's like, I didn't know. Thank you. All righty. So more. Okay, let me reread the Richtivities for those who have just got in. Sorry for that shadow on my face. Okay, Richtivities. We're going to read down the list for ideas. Fundraisers and galas. And we talked about having appropriate evening dress, black tie dress, and cocktail dress. Okay. Appropriate clothes go with the Richtivities. Then we have conventions and different types of events, networking events and conventions that include these conventions for high earning, fields like oil, tech, medical, whatever. These things. You're going to be dressing like business appropriate, business classy, office siren, whatever. Okay. But you're going to be covered. Tennis and pickleball. Okay. Tennis skirts, cute sweaters, or, tops, little cute tennis shoes. That's how you dress. Sprinkle, sprinkle. And then we have like equestrian events. You're going to dress classy, sporty classy, or just classy, depending on if the event is formal or, casual. This could be like polo matches. This could be riding. This could be watching a horse race, whatever. So you're going to dress according to whatever the event is. Okay, and then we talked about Ivy League football games or Ivy League, it could be also college basketball games. Go to the Ivy League campuses during whatever sport event. Mingle with the alumni of the Ivy League schools that may be attending the games. There's lots of old money there, lots of sponsors for different places. There's lots of like mingling and tailgating at the football game. So definitely in the fall, if you live near an Ivy League campus, go do that. Then we said ski towns or ski lodges or shopping areas where a lot of people go when they're on their ski vacays. You're gonna go there. Depending on where you live and what time of year it is. Okay. Yeah. So if you are a sports fan, even if you're not, if you are able to get like tickets somewhere near box seats or the floor, you're going to be probably around more rich people if you get like a private area. I'm adding some more. For like if you're traveling, make sure you're getting into the VIP lounges and like you can buy a membership at the airports. Okay. So, do that online, get you a credit card, sign up for the VIP lounges for the airports. You hang out there before your flight or after your flight or whatever. Or, that way you're able to mix and mingle with different people if you are about that. I don't really recommend long distance relationships, but whatever. And definitely sit in first class. Opt for the first class plane ticket. You're going to meet more people there. People are more social there. The drinks are flowing. Okay. So opt for a first class plane ticket if they are available on the flights that you're going on. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Save up, put in the extra dollars, add up points on your credit card, do something, but it's going to be worth it because you're going to be exposed to more people that have money. Okay. It doesn't matter. You're going to sacrifice in order to put yourselves in environments so you can live a soft life later on. It's going to be worth it. Just saying, we're not budgeting here. We're putting ourselves in environments to meet people that have money. We're doing Richtivities. This video is not called Poortivities. It's not called economic activities, baby. It's called Richtivities. Read the title. Okay. So this is for women that want to position themselves in place, put themselves in place, go to parties, go to parties that a lot of rich people are going to be to. Okay. Put yourself in first class if you're going to travel alone, especially. Okay. If you're traveling alone, opt for that first class seat. Okay. Skip lunch for 2 days. Okay. Don't order DoorDash for a week and get your first class ticket. Okay. Sacrifice. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Anyway, we can all sacrifice. Rich people go on private jets and travel alone at first class. Yes, they do. Rich people are in first class because it costs over $100,000 to travel on a private plane and hire a staff. If you're a rich person and you're going somewhere at the last minute and you can't secure a private jet, you're going to go first class anyway. If you're a lot of celebrities also fly first class. So not everybody except the billionaires and high up multimillionaires will be on private jets because they don't want to be bothered. But if you don't know who these people are, or if they're kind of low key, but they got money, they're going to be in first class. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. He says more rich people are in business class rather than first class. That's fine, but you don't know who they are. But in first class, they got money. Okay. Just understand that. It's a gamble if you sit in business class. But in first class, you definitely know. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay, well, how about this? You fly first class there and business class back. That way you don't miss nobody. Okay, there you go. There's your solution. Yes, and you're gonna exactly like first class. If they're opting for a first class ticket, they're more generous and more eager to spend money. So those are the rich ones you want anyway, because they understand. Okay, I can't pronounce that name, but thank you for being a new member. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Mm-hmm. All right. You said the type of business class flights you go on, okay, cost $4,000 to $6,000. Well, it depends on where you're going as well. So if you're traveling abroad, perhaps. If you're traveling within your own country, it might be a little bit different. So it just depends on where you're traveling as well. Everything is always going to depend on where you're going, where you're at. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right, lyric music. Thanks for putting that down there. She put the little list. Appreciate that. Okay, so not estate sales, estate auctions or auctions. Art auctions, antique auctions, we all know this. Look them up. There are a lot of people that deal in art and antiques, and they also collect for their homes, okay? I know this for a fact. Auctions for antiques and art, sometimes even like luxury, like old cars. You could go to some of those and mingle, and you're going to be around people that have money to just throw away at auctions. Okay. But be careful because a lot of people may just be there for the same reason. So keep your eye on the buyers. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Not the people that are just there. Okay. How to tell if they're actually single. Man, at this point, it don't be mattering. People can get single if they want to get single. People can lie and say that they're single when they want to be single. It's the lifestyle that you're after, the connections that you're after. You'll find out soon enough. Okay? They'll tell you or they'll lie. Either way, you'll figure it out sooner or later. Okay, the Slooty Booty Building System, Sprinkle Sprinkle. That name always cracks me up. How do you keep small talk going in an airport lounge without a destination? What about an auction charity event if you are spending? Or should we study the foundation or embellish where we are going? Okay. So for the auction, no, for the airport lounge, the best type of conversation to start is at an airport lounge is something very vague. That way you can build on it if you guys exchange numbers. So if you keep things very vague and they're talking, it's like, oh, you know what? I would love to know way more about that. Oh my gosh, I wish we had more time to talk. Then he'll be like, well, let me get your number. Okay. So something like that. The auction and charity event, if you aren't spending, what does that mean? Okay. So most auctions, sorry, y'all, I gotta go in a second. Most auctions, you can just walk around and pretend like you're going to buy something or maybe buy something cheap. The charity event, you need to save up money and buy whatever ticket that they sell. Or sometimes if you volunteer for a charity event to check coats or like help set up, you can also join in after you're done in some places. So look into that if you can't afford it. Um, yeah, know a little bit about where you're going and what you're doing. Do your research. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So thank y'all so much. That is going to be that video because I do have to go somewhere. But I hope y'all got a lot out of this one. I tried to keep it a little bit shorter, get to the points and, all that kind of stuff. Make sure y'all are, you can add more in the, the comments later in the permanent comments if you want to add more Richtivities and ideas. But please don't nobody put no cigar lounge or no hotel lounge up in there. Thank you, ma'am. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I will see y'all soon and y'all have fun doing your Richtivities and meeting your future husbands or sugar daddies or whatnot. I'll see y'all later. Bye.